Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's Challenger Scorpion, 2,000 points. Alex Cottis has returned with his Orks, and in this fight they'll be taking on the Necrons. So it's an Imperial compound across here, a wall running across the table, but it's an unstable planet. Lava flows across the terrain here, even a volcano on the board, and it'll be across this lava ash wasteland that the Necrons will do battle with the forces of the Orks. Okay, so 2,000 points. Going to run the Necrons here. I've enjoyed using them in recent times. I'm quite happy with the list, but a fresh test for them here against Alex's Ork force. Both just recovering from our large Apocalypse game with the Orks, so this scale of a game here is nothing compared to the 1,000 power level game that we've played just yesterday. So it'll be a nice break here just to play a regular game of 40k and switching over to the Necrons here, but Alex will continue on using his Orks, but just on a much smaller scale. So, Battle Forged here for the Necrons, Battalion Detachment and an Outrider Detachment for them as well. So 9 command points in total. It's Mephrit Dynasty, so Solar Fury. It's an extra AP -1 at half range for those units in the Dynasty. So the Triumph Praetorians won't get that bonus. So for the battalion here, it's this Cryptek here, a small model, but he's got an important role here. I've given him a Staff of Light and the Chronometron, so units within range will be granted, its infantry and biker units will be granted a 5+ invuln save for shooting attacks. He is the Warlord as well. Immortal Pride has been given to him, so units within 6 inches automatically pass morale, and he's also able to deny psychic power as well, just in the normal way. As a psyker. Then as I've taken a second Cryptek here, he has the Cloak and a Staff of Light for him. Both of these able to repair vehicles as well. Then the Catacomb Command Barge, Warsaw I've given to the Overlord here, Gauls Cannon just underneath. I've given him a relic here, it's the Lightning Field, so 4+ invuln save for him. There is a second relic, so I'm down to 8 command points. It's Veil of Darkness. I'm going to put it on this Cryptek just here. It means a unit, him and another unit, can move across the board. So that's the HQs to make up the Outrider Detachment and the Battalion. Then to make up the troops, unit of Immortals, 10 Immortals of Gauls Blasters. Then 2 units of 15 Necron Warriors. Just there, 1 and 2. I've also taken a Ghost Ark Transport here. 2 units of Wraiths, 2 units of 3. Then one of my favourite units, I seem to get on well with these, Triarch Praetorians, and they're armed with Particle Casters and Void Blades for those. Then 6 Tomb Blades, Nebula Scopes for those that can ignore cover, Particle Beamers for their weapons, that's range 24, assault 3, strength 6, AP 0. If they get to within half range, it'll be AP -1 for Mephrit Dynasty. And then shield vanes are bumping them up to a 3+ save on those as well. Then 6 Necron Destroyers here with Gauls Cannons. That's the best firepower that we have if we're able to keep them alive. That's the Necron list here. Nice variety and spread of units. They've performed well so far, but as said earlier, it'll be a fresh test of them here against the Orks. So that's the list. Just to mention our patrons here at a gold level, Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook and Cauldrus123, so special thanks to them. You can check out the end credits and see those supporting at silver level as well. It's a Patreon page that I've set up to support the club here at SSWG, so any donations made, it all goes to them, and as a reward at gold level you can have your name shouted out in a battle report, and at silver level your name engraved forever in the end credits of the video. And thanks to those supporting at bronze level as well. But you can check out that Patreon page at Striking Scorpion 82 on Patreon. So we'll take a look now to see what Alex Cottis has in his Ork list. Alright, so Alex Cottis has returned. He's been on the channel before with his Orks, a memorable game against the Thousand Suns, but now he faces the Necrons. We'll let him run through his list. Snakebite is your
Evil Sons.
Evil Sons, sorry, yes. Evil Sons is Alex's clan.
So we have a battalion and a vanguard. In the vanguard, there's 2 squads of 10 tank busters, each with 2 bomb squigs, riding in a truck with big shooter. There's a pain boy a Nobith War Banner, and a Weird Boy. Weird Boy has Fist of Gork, and I spent a command point to upgrade into the Warped stratagem, so it also has Warpath. In the battalion, there's another Weird Boy, another Warped stratagem. He's got the jump and also Warpath, led by a War Boss in Mega Armor. He's got the Brutal but Cunning and the Killer Claw Warlord trait and relic. There's 2 squads of 30 boys, each with 3 big shooters, 3 tank buster bombs. Also a squad of 20 boys with 2 big shooters and 2 tank buster bombs. A squad of 9 Warbikers, Boss has Power Claw, and a Morkanaut with custom force field.
Right, so that's Alex's list. His characters here have been given names. I've zoomed in on the previous fight against the Thousand Suns. You can check that out. But given them names and these brilliant tags that you can put on your bases here. So they came from...
There's a company called Versatile Terrain, a UK-based company. They're about £3 or £4 per name. They're really, really good.
So you choose the name and they etch it for you?
Yeah, I think it's all 3D printed. It's between like £2 and £3 per plate, but really, really good.
Yeah, so named here, Stomp, Chomp.
You choose the font, choose the choose the style.
Yeah. War Boss, Gruk, Ed Crusher, Gandalf. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, the wizard and others have been named here as well. But a brilliant way of personalising these characters. You don't have to do them all at once. You can give them names as they make names themselves during games. Sometimes a name comes to you, and then you're able to reward them with their own name tag. You never know, you might start expanding out to some heroic boys, might start getting names as well as they perform different heroic deeds across the tabletop. One thing we've learned in 40k, heroes are born quickly but die just as quick as well. But we'll see. We'll go on to scenario and deployment now for this mission. Okay, so we have a scenario here. We've gone to the rulebook this time. It's been randomly determined. It's mission number 1 for Maelstrom of War. So Cleanse and Capture is the name of the scenario. It's Dawn of War deployment. Alex placed the last objective, the 6 tactical objectives on the board, pretty evenly spread across the table here. And Alex has chosen to go at that end of the table. So that's where the Orks will be. Necrons can deploy up to 12 inches in, all the way across the table just here. So we'll call out these objectives. Objective number 5, just inside the Necron deployment zone. Objective number 1, just outside of the Necron deployment zone. Then objective number 4, just on the Ork right-hand flank, just outside the deployment zone. Getting close to the middle of the table for objective number 2. Objective number 3 in the middle of no man's land, just at the entrance to the industrial compound here. And then just tucked inside the Ork deployment zone on the left-hand flank is objective number 6. So that's the objectives. Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Linebreaker all available in this mission. It's just a standard, straightforward Maelstrom of War mission here. Generating cards, 3 up to 3 per turn. So if you've got 2 cards in play, you can generate 1 just to bring the total up to 3. Can auto discard a card at the end of the turn, and then you can pay 2 command points at the start of the turn once the cards have been drawn to drop 1 and then immediately draw another one, but it does cost 2 command points. That's the rules here for this scenario. Go on to deployment now, start alternating placing units on the board. So just to mention the battle mat that we're using here in this game, and a lot of the terrain as well, it's from gamemat.eu. So battle mat here, 6x4, it's this lava terrain that we're using. This is my own custom terrain I've made. It matches in perfectly here to combine mats and terrain together. And then this industrial terrain, the wall set that you can see, this is just part of a large set that gamemat.eu produce. And then also this chem zone terrain set is from them as well. All of the yellow coloured stuff, these containers, boxes and barrels, these large vats here as well, all from their chem zone industrial terrain sets. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats and terrain sets from them as well. Right, so deployment's complete. Both sides have finished deploying here. So we'll just cover the Necron deployment. They've spread across the board here. There's an infantry battle line along here. It's 2 units of warriors. As the Immortals just behind, just making use of the crater terrain in this game. Crater's going to be as cover. Then also any units, you can see the destroyers up here, they'll get cover. They count as infantry as well, keyword, so they'll get cover on top here as well. Everything else on the board will play as line of sight blocking terrain. It's a fair bit of it across the board, especially in amongst this compound across here. And then all of these terrain pieces, line of sight blocking terrain as well. Cryptek with the cloak just here. Cryptek the Warlord just there as well. So the two cryptex together. Then you can see the Orks preparing to swing around this direction. To counter that, I put 2 units of Wraiths on this flank, and then the Overlord and the Catacomb Command Barge just behind the ranks of warriors. Triarch Praetorians I've hidden behind this wall. The Ghost Ark here at the back, and then some quicker units on the right hand side. So the Destroyers just here on top, and also the Tomb Blades tucked and hidden away in this corner as well. That's Necron deployment, no reserves at all to arrive for them, so everything they have is on the table. Same for the Orks, all that they have is on the board as well. So on the right hand side, a large unit of Ork boys, a weird boy just next to them. This is a Pain Boy, this one here. Yeah, Pain Boy, the Wild Banner. Morkanaut just there, Ork boys next to him, another large unit. Slightly smaller unit of Ork boys just anchoring at the back. The Warp Head just here. The Warlord, which is the same configuration I take for Gut Ripper, isn't it? Brutal and Cunning,
yes.
Warlord trait, and then the Killer Claw relic for him. Tank Busters inside this transport, just to the truck. Then the Ork Bikers here on this left-hand flank, the other unit of Tank Busters inside their truck as well. So Orks leaning heavily on their right-hand side here, preparing to swing around like a big door. Potentially here against the Necrons. The Necrons have drawn their battle lines almost directly opposing the Ork advance as well. So the battle lines are drawn, both sides raring to go. Necrons, I think, cold and calculating and methodical in their approach to war. Orks just move ahead and smash anything that stands in their way. And it's a tactic that usually works well for the Orks, but we'll come to that point now where it's the first turn of the game. Necron's just about finished deploying first, so we'll be on +1 to our roll. We'd like to go first, but we'll see what we get after you, sir. This is Alex's roll of a 2. This is an opportunity here for the Orks. Rolled a 6. Would you like to seize initiative?
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I'd imagine you want to. Here it comes. No, all right. Necrons will go first here. They'll get to manoeuvre and shoot on turn 1. So we're going to turn 1 coming up. The Necrons make the first move. Right, so we're on turn 1 here for the Necrons. Just cover the cards. We're about to move behind enemy lines. So you can draw 3 per turn, up to 3 per turn. Behind enemy lines, so I've got to get a unit into Alex's deployment zone. Witch Hunter, destroy one of the Psychers. One of the weird boys needs to go. Quite tough, that one. Dust and Ashes, I'll get a command point if I nominate a character and then keep them alive for the entire game and then pick up 1 point at the end. That's quite an easy one to achieve, but it's a long-term objective. Maybe we'll drop that one and try and go for something better next turn. But not the greatest of cards here for the Necrons, but we'll move out nonetheless and commence their turn. Right, so Necrons, they have completed their move here. Quite aggressive, actually, with their move on this right-hand flank, taking the fight to the Orks across this side of the board at least. The line is shuffled forwards 5 inches here just to get within range of our weapons. We've granted wave of command just here to this squad, so +1 to the hit rolls. Cryptek's moved up with them. Rafe's just on patrol at the moment, just trying to create an area of denial here, just aware that Alex could use the jump. Might not be able to stop him if he lands here in front of the Necron battle line. Rafe's hankering this right-hand side or left-hand side, again trying to hold this flank here and prevent deep strikers. Pushing up as well with Temmin Ra on the Catacomb command barge, in range now with his Gauze cannon. Ghost Arcs jumped up on top of the wall here. So we're going after these units on the flank here for the Orks, so the Bikers, and then unit tank busters on this side. So they Tomb Blades have moved on top here. Good vantage point for them. We've moved 10 in line of sight and in range with 5 of them, 1 of them not in range of the truck. And then we've used Veil of Darkness straight away. So we've landed here with these just to get rapid fire and put some shots into those Bikers as best as we can. Cryptek's landed with them as well. So that's that relic used up here. Triarch Praetorians have advanced 10 inches plus 3, 13 inches in total from them. They're following up this attack on this flank. So movement done here for the Necrons. We'll go on to shooting phase for them next. All right, so I'll make a start. We'll go with these Immortals here in rapid fire range, 10 of them, so 20 shots, 3s to hit here, going after the Bikers just over there. So this many dice, it should start to average out. So yeah, it's about average here. So strength 5, toughness 5 with Orc Bikers. So 4s for wounds. And yes, not bad. It's AP -3 with these at rapid fire range from Mephrit Dynasty. So it looks like 3 Bikers brought down and a wound on another. They're 2 wound models each. But yeah, some damage coming through here from the Immortals. Alex saving his stratagems. He hasn't used prepared positions, so still has 7 command points available here for the Orcs at this stage. Do the Staff of Light now from the Cryptek. 1 hit, and it's a 4. Yes, another wound comes through, so that'll pick off one of the Bikers. That's AP -3. Do 10 shots from this next. Same target, so 3s for hits. And then it'll be 5s to wound now. Strength 4, toughness 5. Yeah, there's another 3. AP -1 though, so Alex will get saves here at 5+. She passes 1, so 1 more model brought down, gradually whittling them down, but they're a tough target for sure. Alright, so we're switching now to the destroyers. I really need to pop that truck here to get through to those tank busters. So Talent for Annihilation being played, that's 6s will pop extra attacks, and the extermination protocols as well, rerolling hit and wound rolls for the unit. So 3s for hits here, rerollable. So that will help. Generates an extra 2. And then we've got 5 6s here, so it's going to be another 5 shots to come through. And they're rerollable as well. Okay, so looking nasty enough here. Just want to make sure we've actually got more hits than the number of shots that we started with, so it's looking good. Strength 6, toughness 6, force to wound, and it's re-rollable as well. So it might be a case of overkill here, but we'll calculate those there. That's failed. So AP -3 here, so we'll bypass the armor and go on to D3s. So there's those 2. So we'll separate these into 3 damage at times. Alex can roll for his ramshackles, but I still think, regardless of what you roll, it's 12 damage anyway. So that truck's going to go here. We'll see if it explodes. It doesn't. Alright, so Alex will roll up for the models inside, and then he can deploy the tank busters and squigs. But First Blood picked up here. First Blood, Slay the Warlord and Linebreaker also available in this mission as standard. Yep, so Alex has disembarked it, rolling 12 dice, including the squigs, did roll 4 1s, so he's removed 2 of the squigs, they don't count towards morale, and 2 of the tank busters have gone. So there's a squad of 8 now left.
Yes.
Yeah, and they've been positioned in a way, I was planning to shoot them, but as you can see here, they've been positioned so that I can't see them, with these. I was going to try and ambush them here, but Alex has placed them wisely behind the wall, and they can't be shot at now by the Tomb Blades. Okay, so we'll fire the Tomb Blades. We'll go after the bikers instead. So 18 shots here with the particle beamers. Sort of average here. 6 have missed. And then we're looking for 3s to wound at strength 6. There's no minus to the AP. So Alex needs to make 8 saves here of 4+. But some decent fire support coming in here. And there's a good roll though. Just 1 more biker brought down, 3 remain. Okay, so I'm going to fire at this squad here. I'm going to split them. I'm going to put 8 into the boys over there, the bikers, and then the rest into the larger boys squad here, led by Chomp here. That's the knob. So we'll fire these across in this direction in 3s. And then 5s to win though. That's not bad. 4 have made it through. It's AP -1 to these ones, so 5s and 6s to block. Which Alex blocks 2. Alright, so that'll keep one of the board. God called them boar boys. They are mounted on boars. This is Alex's own customised work here. 1 more of them brought down. Yeah, 7 now to fire at the Ork boys. Need 3s. 4's to win. Strength 4, toughness 4. And 3 have made it through, and it's AP -1. So that'll...
5 up in front, was it?
Right, yes, inside the custom force field. Okay. No, paint boy?
And, oh, yeah, 6s?
6s. No, right, 3 boys brought down. Next is these, all in range and line of sight of that same larger boys squad. 15 shots, 2s to hit here because of my will be done has been granted to them. So all hit apart from 1, and then 4s to wound. Yeah, there's a lot of come through here. So 4, 7 at AP -1. But Alex will take 5+ invuln saves. Here, that's emanating from the Morkanaut.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Custom force field, which kicks in well here. It's blocked 3 of them, and the 6s for the paint boy. And he saves 1 as well. Okay, so it would have been 7 dead. It's just 3. Okay, so Catacomb Command Barge, Gore's Cannon. 2s to hit, 3s to hit because we moved. We'll go against the Morkanaut here. So 1 hit comes through, and it's a 5 for a wound, which does wound. AP -3, so 5+ invuln save. Nope, and the damage...
Is it D6?
D3.
That's fine.
Just the 1 wound. We've winged this Morkanaut here. A long way to go if we're going to try and destroy him with that firepower, but 1 wound taken. Okay, so shooting phase, that's it complete here from the Necrons. A lot of firepower's coming from them this turn, and they've dished out some damage, especially on this Ork left-hand flank. Cards to trade in. Behind enemy lines, no. Witch Hunter, no. And then Dust and Ashes, I'm going to drop that one. We had nominated the Warlord, the Cryptek, but I'm going to get rid of that card and draw another card next turn. All being well. Okay, turn 1 finished here for the Necrons. No complaints here. Machine-like in their approach to this fight. They've calculated which units to go after, and they've attacked here on this Necron right-hand flank, and it's been quite successful so far. But the Necrons are wise enough not to celebrate here at this stage. There's a long way to go in this fight. We'll go on to turn 1 now for the Orks as they prepare to move out and respond to this initial Necron aggression. Okay, so we're on turn 1 here for the Orks. Morale's been resolved, by the way. These guys have gone. The bikers, past morale here, no problem at all. And then morale, the casualties taken, no problem with the size of those boy squads as well. So, ready to go. The Orks are preparing now to move. Right, so raw movement here. Cards that Alex has drawn. No prisoners, so destroying units in any way here. Combat and in for shooting, so useful card here at the start of the game. Defend 3 and secure 1. Defend 3 is that card there. Necrons have claimed that. And secure objective number 1 is that objective just there. So the orders have been given here to the Orks to spread out and to move in this direction. A general assault, the reward for that is the capture of these objectives and points being scored. So no doubt we'll see the Orks head straight for the Necrons. Well, they do that anyway, regardless of what cards are drawn. They'll still head towards the Necrons, but potential rewards here for taking these objectives if they can get that far. Alright, so movement complete here for the Orks. Some good results with an advance move made by this boy squad. Alex rolled a 6. Evil Sun, so +1 to move, +1 to advance, so 13 inches in total. All of a sudden, this boy squad has closed the range and should, with the help of Here We Go, make a charge into the Necron lines already here on turn 1. Morkanort on the move. Again, it's all +1 to movement here for these. It's nice and quick. Boy squad on the move as well. Pain Boy, Weird Boy. The Wild Banner just there. The War Boss closing in the range. Keep them within range 6 to enable them to charge even though they've advanced. Boy squad shifting around. Weird Boy here may well be planning to jump with these. Tank Busters staying inside their transport, ready to fire. These Tank Busters shifting to their left, lay down some firepower, I think, into the Destroyers just over there. That's Orc movement done. I'm going to go on to the Psychic phase next. As I said at the end of Necron turn 1, this game is far from over. The Orcs have plenty of tricks up their sleeves and plenty of potential here with this list. We'll press on here to the Psychic phase next for the Orcs. Okay, so Psychic phase complete now for the Orcs, and more good news for them here. Warpath's gone off. Just about managed to go off. I tried to deny it as well. Rolled a 4 and a 2, command re-rolled the 2 and got a 1, so not enough to stop it. So they've moved to here, keeping 9 inches away. Were planning to go across here, but with these Immortals here, I've had to keep them 9 inches back. But 9 inches away from here, and 9 inches away from this squad, and this one here as well of Necron Warriors. But now it's 2 Orc Boys squads all of a sudden in striking range. And again, Evil Sons will be +1 on the charge. 8's required to get this charge off against either of those targets. And here, this is a bit closer than that. They've moved.
Yeah.
About a 6 or 7 inch charge will get them in. So we should see contact being made here by one of these boy squads at least. Warpath granted to this squad as well, just to give them an extra attack also. Psychic phase complete. Shooting phase next for the Orcs. Big shooter firing here. 1 hit. This is going in against the Triarch Praetorians. It's coming from that truck.
Strength 5, toughness 5. Nope.
No wound. Okay.
I'm going to do...
Started with something small. 2 units of Tank Busters available. Morkanort, decent firepower now available from that unit. These 2 boy squads, or that boy squad, advanced. They'll not be able to shoot. Did they advance as well?
They didn't advance.
Didn't advance, right.
By the big shooters because of their Evil Sons, their assault weapons.
Assault weapons, yeah, sure. Okay, it's going after the Destroyers here with the Tank Busters. They're all in line of sight and ready to fire. So that's 8 of them available here.
So no rerolls because they're not vehicles.
Yes. Did they advance that unit?
No.
No. Okay, so 5s and 6s required.
2 hits.
3s to wound.
Oh.
Yeah, toughness 5. So one of them's come through. Command reroll.
Yeah, command reroll.
Okay, here it comes. It does. Okay, 2. AP -2. So saves here of 5+. We're not in cover entirely. So 5 pluses to block. We block 1. It is damage of 3. So 1 destroyer is gone. Okay, so more infantry fire to come here. Big shooters from... Which one are you going to go to? This squad here. And they're going to fire across big shooters going into the Triarch Praetorians to try and reduce some wounds down on them.
The pistols that are in range are going against the Immortals.
Immortals as well.
Big
Okay.
shooters first.
So 5s and 6s.
1 hit.
And 4s for a wound.
No.
Okay. 10 slugger shots now going into the Necron Immortals. 5s for hits. 666. So we 3 more shots here which miss, and then 4s to win. 2 wounds make it through. 3 up save for these guys. True foul. One of them. 1 immortal brought down. Okay, going after the Triarch Praetorians. Again, that's big shooters from this squad that's advanced. It will be 6s here for hits.
Because the Evil Sons, they ignore the penalty for...
Do they? Okay, right. Okay, bonus for the clans. That will then become 4 hits instead of 1. And that one's missed. 4s to wound, strength 5, toughness 5.
Just the 1.
3 up save. Passed that one. Okay, Morkanort now with its firepower. All the big shooters are going to go into the Immortals, and all the other guns, the twin rocket firing through the main gun as well. It's going to go into this unit of Wraiths here. Alexes need to reduce those down early here in this game. So this is all the big shooters, yeah. It's not bad, 4 extra shots. Okay. And 3s to wound here. Yes, 3 make it through. We'll take 3 up saves. Double 1, 2 more Immortals succumb to Orc firepower. So the main guns now, or the other weaponry that's left, are going to try and reduce these down. So 3+ invuln save may prove hard to get through, but if the shots make it through, it's quite high damage. So maybe we'll see some of these Wraiths brought down here.
Rockets first.
Yep.
1 hit.
3's for a wound. Wound makes it through. I need to pass an invuln save here. Yes, we passed that. Okay.
I'll do Blaster first.
Custom Mega Blaster next.
Nope.
Okay.
And Custom Mega Zapper is 3d3. 2, 4, 5.
5 shots. 5s and 6s. 6s will pop extra attacks, which is 2 6s. Is good, and so they'll need 5s and 6s as well. No, okay, so 3 hits here.
And a mortal wound as well.
Yeah, okay, right, yes, 1's is mortal wound, yep. 3 wounds, good. Okay, so 3+ invuln saves to take here. Ah, no, disaster. For this unit of Wraiths, 1 and 2 2s. Oh, sorry, 2 1s and a 2. I've paid the command point. I've got a command reroll here, just the danger of dying off. I've rolled another 1. This squad's doomed. Here it comes, the first one, D6. 2 wounds. Now, Alex has got a choice. Is he going to command reroll?
Use one.
You already used one up, so that means 2 damage, automatic kill on 1. So we'll take that one away, and then the damage on the next. You got him. Okay, so 2 brought down. Almost a wipeout here, but 2 Wraiths brought down. These are expensive units here. Alex has successfully brought 2 of them down. So, good firepower so far. Some more shooting from the infantry squads.
So, custom shooter from the war boss into the immortals.
Yep. 5s, 1 hit.
1 hit. Strength 4.
1 wound. 3 up save. No, another one brought down. Got plagued by bad dice rolls at this point. We'll take that one away. Change that to 4 casualties taken. Custom shooter from here. It's from the War Banner.
Yeah, War Banner. Into the Necron Warriors. 2 hits. 1 wound.
1 wound. 4 up save for these guys. No. Okay, so one of those gone. I don't think it's really going to matter. I'll take this one here away. Okay, 3 big shooters. It's from the other squad, just tucked over in the corner there. They're going in against this squad here. So 9 shots. Pretty good. 4 hits and 2 bonus shots. Okay. I think you've had every bonus shot so far. We'll get there eventually.
We're not about shooting.
3's to wound here. 2 make it through. 4 up saves. Pass those 2. Okay, we're back on form here without dice rolling. Okay. Okay, tough decision that Alex has made here. It's this other unit of tank busters, where to go. Multiple targets. Necron Immortals, not so dangerous. Triarch Praetorians, he sees them as the danger. That's the target he's going to go after. Other targets could have been the Tomb Blades. This vehicle here would be the natural choice. The most effective they could be would be against the vehicle, but maybe not as much of a threat here. Sees the Triarch Praetorians as the dangerous unit to go after. He has played more Dakar, so it's costly. It's 2 command points, 3 command points left here for the Orks, but 5 pluses for bonus shots against the Triarch Praetorians. And the Squigs are going in as well. Great.
So, tank pluses first, 10 shots, hitting on the 5s.
This is where he needs his hits. He's got 4. So it is pretty good.
So 4 extra shots.
There you go, 2 more. 6 hits have come through. We 3's to wound though.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 have come through. Okay, AP -2, 5 pluses. We've passed 2. 4 Triarch Praetorians brought down. So he's happy enough with the result. Decent damage being done. The only danger here is reanimation protocols. This unit does get it, so there's a chance to reconstruct them. But they've lost almost half their number. 2 squigs now. So that will trigger an extra attack here, which hits as well. And 2 wounds come through. AP -2 still on this one. Yeah, okay. 5 pluses. No.
It's D6, so technically.
Yeah. Just don't roll a 1. He's rolled a 1 blast. And the other one's a 2. Alright, but another Triarch Praetorian. They have been halved in strength, so 5 of them left out of 10. Alright, and that point now marks the end of the shooting phase. Not too bad here from the Orks. Firepower's been okay. They've caused casualties mostly over here, almost halving this squad of Immortals. Damage here as well against the Triarch Praetorians, and one of the destroyers brought down. Charges and Overwatch next. This is where the Orks could really hurt the Necrons. We'll see how many of these units could reach the main Necron line. Okay, charges taking place here. Just about making it in with this squad here. Alex rolled high enough. Here we go, helping out. So just going by the rules, he's charging in across here, declared targets all along here. We didn't get any damage from these on Overwatch, expecting a lot of damage, or some damage to come through with so many shots. But nothing come through against here. 2 casualties on those as they charged in. Made it into contact against this squad. Then when the piling move comes, Alex will get more models in, and when the piling move comes, he'll be able to make contact there against the Immortals. Also, these charged in first, made it into contact here against the Necron Warriors holding objective number 1. And remember, there's Warpath on them for extra attacks. And then across here, 1 casualty in Overwatch. The Tank Busters have charged in against the Destroyers. Okay, just calculating the attacks for this unit here. It's a base of 2 attacks. Those have choppers, an extra attack, and it's a larger unit, an extra attack on top of that as well. So Alex has made his piling move. It's these 4 models here going to fight against. You could put them all into the Immortals, are you?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 of them with sluggers and choppers, 1 of them with a big shooter, which will get 3 attacks. 4 models, and look at the number of attacks they get. It is ridiculous. There's so many attacks here for the Orks. Necron's just going to have to try and survive here as best as we can.
Strength 4, toughness 4.
Force to wound. He's caused a lot here. It looks like about 10.
Yeah, 10.
It's 10 saves here. We should survive unless we roll disastrously. We've rolled pretty bad here. 4 of them brought down, so 2 remain. There could be morale issues for these when it comes to the morale phase. Okay, 24 attacks from regular boys, sluggers and choppers. That's these fighting here. So it's this lot that are fighting. These at the back haven't been able to make it in. Alex will be able to make a consolidation move once his combat's finished. I've removed Necron Immortals from here, but once you make your consolidation, you're going to tuck them back in anyway. I was planning to try and keep that unit separate and let them shoot, but I don't think that's going to happen after Alex consolidates. But anyways, fighting away here. Hits have come through. Wounds now 4+. He's rolled really well. I can see he's got tons of wounds coming through. Looks like about another 10 odd saves to make. Got 10 dice on standby. He's just counting up. It's 10 again. 4+ here. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, well, a bit below average. We've lost 6 here from this squad. Nob's going to fight now with his power claw he's armed with.
Power claw. So hit on with force. Oh no.
Oh, they've all missed. Okay, 3 3s and a 1. Combat finished. Okay, in a bid to stay alive with this Necron Warrior squad, I'm going to interrupt play. So I've now got 2 command points left for burning precious command points here, but I'm going to try and take the risk and try and keep these alive if I can. 2s to hit though, because I've been blessed with wave of command here. They've all hit apart from 1. We're hoping just to reduce the amount of attacks that Alex is going to get by bringing some boys down. 5 saves. Could have been better here. 6s for Orc armor. He has block 2. He'll be happy with that result. No pain boy nearby. 3 more Orc boys slain. A little bit out of sync. Just remember that Alex needs to make his consolidation. I've taken casualties off the back line, so I'm keeping a front line active here and then maintaining a back line, like so, my casualties. But it looks something like this. Alex has then tapped into these just here, and now he's preparing to make his attacks. It's going to be a heap of dice here. The question is, can he bring down all 14 of these Necron Warriors is the question.
3 times just to finish.
Oh, you're joking, right? Okay. I interrupted play and brought down 3 boys. I didn't think it was that significant, but it is significant because you're now down to 19 boys. That means the bonus attack isn't there. So the Necrons have saved themselves a whole load of attacks coming through with that bonus has now been negated. Interesting twists here. Just trying to keep 1 Necron Warrior alive. Then we'll use our auto pass morale to hold them and then try and reanimate as many as we can. Right, so Alex is going to put a few attacks into here. 2 attacks, 2 boys, which will actually be 8 attacks. 3s to hit and 4s to wound. I'm going to try and bring down a few more from this squad if you can. 2 more saves of 4+, which we passed this time. Okay, kept them alive. So the rest of the attacks now, I haven't heroically intervened. I could do, but I don't want to with him, and I've got no way of getting through here with Tamra to intervene as well. Just this is in the way and it's solid Necron warriors in front of him. Okay, here it comes. This is the first wave of dice here. In threes.
What misses?
Okay. I'll keep track of how many fours now. Roll to wound and get fours. If it's going to average out, you need 28 wounds to reduce them down. But then again, there's the knob in there. You could all of a sudden bring a good few of them down as well. So it might tip things in Alex's favour. 7 saves so far. Okay, here it comes. Next lot. That's a lot of hits. Okay, and rolling to wound. There's a good few. We'll get a final total. That's all of the boys' attacks resolved.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, another 12. Okay, it's 12 and 7. 19 saves. It should have. Oh no. Yeah, not good. We're getting close to a wipeout here. 5, 10, 12 destroyed. Okay, I was optimistic of keeping that squad alive. They're on the verge of being wiped out here. There's 2 left, but the knob's going to fight here. 4 attacks with Warpath. Just needs to get a couple of hits. Oh, this is going to be tight, Alex. It's going to be tight. He's got 2. 2's to cause... It'll be kills here. 2's for kills. Yes, and yes. So it's AP -3. There's nothing we could do to stop that damage from coming through. So 2 more Necron warriors slain. Yeah, they're gone. It's a wipeout here. It's exactly the result you needed. Let Alex make a consolidation move now, but he's got the wipeout here against this Necron warrior squad. That's a dent here in this Necron force. Okay, so just fighting back. I'll put 2 Necron warriors into that squad. Here, 1 hit. And 1 wound, so save a 6+. No, okay, so that's 1 from that boy's squad just there. And then 3, 6, 7 into the other boy's squad. 3s and 4s. Just the 1. Saved on a 6. 2 Necron Immortals. 1 hit. And a wound from them. Okay, so 1 boy brought down. So, Cryptek. 3+. Gets the hit. And it is a wound, AP -2. So another boy stabbed and electrocuted here by the Cryptek. And I think that's all the fighting done. Necrons have been hammered here. The boys have taken some damage, but they've smashed into this Necron defensive line. And crucially, they've wiped out an entire squad of Necron warriors. And you're after it's defend 1.
Secure 1.
Secure 1, so you will get that point as well. So rewards here for the Orks, destroying Necron units, securing objectives. That's been a good result for them, generally speaking, this turn. So once the piloting is done, all of these boys will get to fight here, the tank busters against the Necron destroyers.
Regular tank busters. Hit on 3s. 2 attacks each.
And 5s to wound, no, toughness 5. Not bad at all, that's pretty good. 5 wounds have come through. 3 up saves required. About 1 wound taken. Boss Knob next, actually he's getting to fight here, strength 5. And he's got a hit, 4s for a wound. No, okay, that's that resolve. We'll fight back here with the destroyers. So 8 attacks with the destroyers here. Rerolling 1s for hardwired hatred. Which they do hate the Orks here. They've got an extra hit come through. And it's pretty good actually. 5 have made it through. 5 saves a 6+. Here, Alex has passed 2, but 3 of the tank busters brought down in combat. Consolidation move complete here for the Necron destroyers just here. That marks the end of combat. So Necron's taking casualties all the way along the line here. We'll get morale resolved next. Okay, so resolve morale here. Necrons have burnt all their command points. So I want to keep the Immortals alive. So I've auto-passed morale with them. These warriors auto-pass morale. Leadership 10, so they're fine for 2 casualties. Fine here for 2 casualties. And Triumph Praetorians auto-pass. They ignore morale for their special ability. Orks are fine as well. No morale issues. Across here, what was your result?
Got got a 1, so they said
Great. Okay, so morale's holding here for both sides. Necrons have burnt all the command points up. Alex still has 3 left available to use. End of turn 1. Cards to trade in here.
So I got no prisoners and security except 1.
Okay, so
trade in defend 3.
Defend 3 is going to be handed in. Okay, so just going to clear the deck here and draw 3 cards next turn and trade those 2 in for 1 point each. Pretty good result here for the Orks. Good bounce back from them. So Necrons are wise not to celebrate too early here. The Orks have burst out of their deployment zone and slammed into this Necron line in the space of 1 turn. Necrons need to go into recovery mode here and rebuild. It's something they're good at doing. They can reanimate lost models, try and repair the lines. And I think we need to try and create a gap between the next wave of Orks that's preparing to come in. We're going to turn 2 now for the Necrons. So much has happened here on turn 1. We'll see how the Necrons respond to the Ork onslaught. Alright, so moving for the Necrons, you can see some movements taking place as we try and counter the Ork attack. Behind enemy lines, Witch Hunter still going after one of these weird boys, and then advance, trying to get the army out of our deployment zone, which we've actually done here with this Necron force. So, pulled out of combat here with the destroyers, didn't regain the lost model reanimation protocols on a 5+. We've jumped up on top here. Then Tomb Blades jumping on top of the wall here, just continuing to swing around on this flank. Then our intention is to continue to go after these tank busters, so I've brought the Ghost Ark across to try and finish off the tank buster squad just on the right hand side. Regained a lot of these. 5 return to play for that squad there for the Immortals. Then gone for a bit of a sneaky move, jumped up and over the Triarch Praetorians. As a backup, we've maintained combat here. I haven't pulled out of combat, we've stayed in. So primary target, or one of the targets, will be this unit of Ork boys to charge of those. We might be able to go after the War Boss if we roll high enough, about a 6 or 7 inch charge to get them in. As Temeros swung across in this direction, Cryptex run around 9 with an advanced move. Necron Warriors, a good number of those restored as well. Needing 4+s with both, with the units being restored here with the Cryptex, both of them granting the +1 to reanimation protocol rolls. Wraiths here poised to charge in against this boys squad as well. So Necrons, instead of pulling back, have decided to try and hold the line here as best as they can. Movement's complete. We'll go on to shooting phase for them next. Okay, wave of command, by the way, has been granted to them to give them +1 in close combat to hit. So we'll fire the Gauls cannon now into the Morkanaut again, needing 3s, and it's missed. It would have been 2s, but he's moved. It's a heavy weapon, so he's missed there with those shots. We'll fire the Ghost Ark next. Going to try and hose down what's left of those tank busters. So 3s to hit in rapid fire range. It's a good few have missed. 4s to end. It's AP -2. Not like it's going to make any difference here. And it's just going to be 4 wounds caused. I don't think it's the wipeout, but it's trouble enough. Okay, yeah, it's all the models and the knob with 1 wound remaining. That wound marker that's just there, that's marking one of the destroyers with a wound on them. Okay, not too bad, but that's that squad virtually gone, just the knob remains alive. And his name, Alex does have a name tag on him. It's Boom Chucker. That's his name. He still defiantly remains alive. Yeah, and what you've used here, love the idea of this. It's one of the flash kits has been used as a knob here for the tank busters. Brilliant idea. It's an amazing kit there for the Orks, and so they make great knobs for your tank buster squads. So we'll go to the Necron destroyers next. They're 1 man down, and we're not going to get reroll hits and wounds. Just reroll 1s to hit with hardwired hatred. We're going after this transport here, the truck, to try and crack it open if we can. It's a fair chance that Alex could survive this. I'll reroll that one, those 2. Okay, so remove the misses. We'll go for 4s to win. Strength 6, toughness 6. Okay, it's going to be a stretch to crack the transport open. 10 wounds to get through. It goes straight through the armour. So I'll roll a D3 damage. It's not bad. It is 10, I think. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 10. There's nothing you can do about that ramshackle. There's 3 ramshackles needing 6s to block these 2s. Got one. Well done. You've now survived. Well played. And then a 6 to block the 3 damage. No. The truck remains with 1 wound alive. We'll ask the Cryptech to help. He has the fly keyword. Put 3 shots into it. They've all hit. This could be his moment of glory here. 5s to get the wounds. 555 just at the point it's required. It's AP -2 though, so you do get 6s to block. No, alright, just about useful. The Staff of Light. It's the Staff of Light, they're just within 12. Alex will roll to see if he detonates here. He does. Okay, yeah, so it's not going to make any difference to any units nearby. So we'll resolve damage from the 10 tank busters that will try and emerge, and Alex will place his unit on the board. Okay, so he's exploded here and roll 1-1, so 1 squig removed. Yeah, which won't count towards your morale.
Squig really tight.
Oh, they've been used up, haven't they? Right, so you're down to 9 tank busters left. Problem is for this group is there's nowhere for them to hide from the Tomb Blades, which are eyeing them up here, ready to unloose their shots. We'll go on to that next. 18 shots here with the Tomb Blades, see if we can pick on these tank busters. Right, so 5 Tomb Blades, some of them in rapid fire range here from Efrit Dynasty, so it'd be those 5. This one at no minus on the AP, 3s to hit, 3s to wound. They've all wounded, but Alex will get saved 0/6+, if it helps here. No, 3 brought down. Tomb Blades, decent supporting firepower coming in from them. 3s to hit, all hit apart from 2, with what remain. And 3s to kill here at AP -1. I think they've got the squad. It's 7, 8, 10 wounds have come through. Yeah. So they've deleted that squad. It's this combo here, cracking open transports and 2 blades, then destroying the occupants as they emerged. That's a good combo that's worked well here for the Necrons. Okay, so tank busters removed from play. Okay, that actually marks the end of the shooting phase here for the Necrons. So they're trying to eat away at this flank and swing around in this direction. Orks are actually trying to do the same, swinging around this way as well. We're going to charges and Overwatch. See if we can make contact with the war boss. If we can, it may be a bit of a suicide charge. If we reach him and possibly bring him down, the Praetorians could face the wrath of these other units closing in. But the prize might be worth going for here. And then multiple units to remain in combat, some to charge in as well. Right, so charge is taking place here. A twist. We did go for the charge here, rolled a 4. So that's enough to put us in contact with the boys, but didn't make it in contact there with the Orc Warboss. So he'll escape the wrath of the Praetorians here this turn. So they've swung around instead to attack the Orc boys to relieve the lines. Maybe the commander here, Tamraz, summoned them back. They were eager to get out his chariot runners running ahead of him, but instead he's called them back to help fight along here in the main line. Immortals, they'll pile in and fight, continuing on. The warriors as well. We tried to charge here, only rolled a 4, so we couldn't make it. It needed to get high and swing. The aim was to swing around here, but failed with Tamraz. So he doesn't want to get in combat yet against the Orcs. He's holding off for now, letting his warriors do his bidding. He's given them the wave of command, the Necron warriors down there at the start of the turn, and the Wraiths have plunged into this boys' squad. No Overwatch, because we remained in close combat with these Necron warriors just here. Okay, so heavy fighting all the way along the line here. We'll see what kind of damage the Necrons can do. We have to be careful. Alex could interrupt play. It does have 3 command points left. Okay, so Praetorians are going to fight first here. A lot of attacks coming from them. So it's 24 attacks in total. 3's to hit. Got no stratagems to help us out here. But it's the deadly amount of hits have come through. Strength 5 for these, toughness 4. So 3's for wounds or 3's for kills. And they could have done better, but it's still pretty good. It is 10 casualties here on this boy squad. Alright, so Alex has removed casualties all the way down the line here. So the boy squad now in this direction here. Triarch Praetorians have then made a consolidation move to finish off their combat. But not too bad. Definitely helping the Necron battle line stave off this Ork attack so far. Do you want to interrupt play is the question?
Yeah.
He is going to interrupt play. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see where he wants to fight. It might be... He's going to fight with this squad here. Warpath is still enacted. It lasts through to the next psychic phase. So attacks coming through against the Wraiths. Unit of 3 and a lone Wraith just here. Okay, so Alex is going to strike back with this squad here. The vast majority of attacks are going to go into the 3-man Wraith squad. One boy is going to fight against the Necron Warriors here. Two Necron Warriors. Okay, yeah, 2 boys against the Necron Warriors. And how many into the single Wraith? Just the one. Okay. So here come the attacks against the Necron Warriors. Needing 3's. And that's fine, yeah. And then needing 4's to win. It's a good start here. 3 saves required. We've passed 2. Alright, so 1 Necron Warrior brought down. I'll take this one here. Okay, the 1 boy against the Wraith.
Oh, snake white.
Yep.
Oh.
Just the one. 5's to wound. No. Okay, and then he'll calculate the rest of his attacks here against the larger squad. Okay, the dice rolls are going to come in 2 waves again here. It's a lot of attacks against these Wraiths. So 3's for hits.
Oh, that's not good.
So hit just there. It'll be 5's for wounds though. Toughness 5 here for the Wraiths. It's not bad at all. There's 5 come through. 3 pluses. 2 2's in there. So 2 wounds caused. That's pretty good. Should be able to bring down at least the 1 from this squad, possibly 2. Yeah, possibly 3. I've got the boss here as well, the knob in the squad. Chomp is his name. I think that's a slightly better. Still a few misses have come through. And then again, it'll be 5's to wound. It's a terrifying number of attacks here from these boys. Interesting how the Necrons have elected to try and hold the line here. Let's see if they regret it. 5's for wounds, another 3.
Yeah, just 3.
Toughness helping the Wraiths. That's 1 destroyed, so we'll take that model off and shift the wound over. Now down to the knob with his power claw. All hit. Oh, -1 to the hit rolls, yep. And yeah, is a knob strength?
Strength 5.
He's strength 5, so you actually are going to be on 2's to wounds still. 2 have made it through.
I'll save the command point.
He's going to save his last command. He's tempted there to go for the reroll. I'll roll these one at a time. 3 plus. And 3 plus. Need to hold this one. Yes, 5 and a 6. Okay, so the 2 Wraiths from that squad remain. So it's split here. This is the one, the lone Wraith here. Then these 2 part of the other squad. Okay, so I have to fight with units that have charged. So it's going to be the large unit of Wraiths. 6 attacks, needing 3's. And then 3's for kills here. Just the one old boy brought down here. And then I'll fight with the other one that charged in. 3's. Not very good. And 3's again. No. So just 1 casualty cause. That's pretty dreadful here. They'll hold the Ork boys, but they're not causing much damage. Then we'll fight the Necron Warriors. Going to put 1 of them into that boy squad. 2's for a hit. 4's for a wound. No wound comes through. And then the other 12 will go into the other unit of Ork boys there. So needing 2's for hits. Just as I need 2's, it's a load of 1's. 5's or 4's to wound. 4 saves of 6 plus. Not the damage we're hoping for here. Alex saved 1, so 3 casualties taken on that squad. Okay, so Necron Warriors have consolidated along, just filling along the back line here, but still moving closer towards the Ork Boy squad. There's 6 of them left. They get to fight now. Yeah, interesting the way it's played. He's of an inch there, so the boss knob's actually going to go into the Trike Praetorians, and then the 5 there, which is going to be 15 attacks into the Necron Warriors. Still fight left in this smaller squad of Ork Boys. It's taking a lot of effort to get rid of them. They're tying the Necron line down whilst other units move up, so this game's far from concluded here. Both sides not picking up too many points at this stage.
5 wins.
5 points. 3 dead. There's a good fight going on here. It's quite entertaining, this one. These two sides colliding. We'll remove Necron Warriors from the back just here. 3 of them slain. The boss. Yes, here it comes. 4s. It's a wound. AP -3.
-3.
6 up.
Oh.
I sensed that was coming. The armor's held the Trike Praetorian just there. And I think that concludes close combats here. So bad. Heavy casualties on this Ork Boy squad, but they're still there, and I think they may well try and use the morale from this squad, but they could well be in trouble for morale. Necron Warriors, 4 casualties taken. Struggling here, though, to deal with this boys squad. It's still in very good condition. So the fight continues along this line here. The green line versus the chrome line here. And the fighting still rages. We'll hand over now to the Orks. They'll press on, no doubt, with their attack here, see if more units can plunge into the Necron lines. Cards traded in. Witch Hunter remains in play. Behind enemy lines, not yet, but we did get advance. That card could be traded in for 1 victory point. Just mark that up here. That's the end of the turn. Dumping. I'm going to dump Witch Hunter and hope that we get better cards next turn. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Orks. Right, so we're on turn 2 here for the Orks. We'll swing around and see the game from their perspective. We're just covering morale. Everything's passed. Even the tank buster over here rolled low enough to pass here. And despite the heavy casualties using the morale from this large squad of boys, they've passed morale. So the boys will be happy to continue chomping away and may well find reinforcements helping them out as more Ork units pile into the fight. Maybe the Necrons are still too close to the Orks here and may well find themselves suffering here at the hands of the Orks. So we'll see. Cards that have been drawn. Big Game Hunters to destroy something big. It is possible. It's the Ghost Ark just here. Overwhelming Firepower needs to destroy something, and then Area Denial trying to clear the centre of the table. That matches the narrative here that we're seeing in this game with the Orks trying to drive the Necrons back as far as they can. We'll go on to movement now, see what Alex decides to do and where his units move. Yeah, nasty. All right, War Boss here. He's in Mega Armor, actually. That's the configuration for him. And Alex has just rolled another 6 here for advance. So he's gone 6 + 1, 4 + 1. So a 12-inch move in total for him. And the Praetorians looks like they may well find themselves in trouble here as the boss prepares to charge in. Another attempt. I don't know if Alex is going to do it or not, but he's been considering playing the mob up stratagem here to converge these together. You can see the Wire has made its move up. That will then benefit all these Ork boys here, and the possibility of Warpath being cast on them as well. But we'll let Alex continue with his moves here. All right, so movement here for the Orks. You see the Ork boss here, the War Boss has moved in. Weird Boys moved across as well, now claiming objective number 2. The other Weird Boys moved up as well. Ork Boys, you can see them swirling and moving up behind the Morkanor as it's shifted across. It's gone 9 inches as well. You can see the Wire Banners just there. And then the boys maintaining close combat against the Wraiths and the Necron Warriors. And then the lone tank buster is gone. He's tucked away behind here. May well be able to go for a useful line breaker perhaps later on in the game. So that's movement done. Orks now will go on to their psychic phase next. I wonder if Alex will try and use the jump to try and get another Ork Boys squads planted somewhere else across the board. We'll see what he decides to do. Psychic phase of the Orks coming up next on turn 2. So much has happened already in this game, but still it's just turn 2 here for the Orks. Okay, Psychic Phase here. I was quite comfortable with the Praetorians facing off against the Warboss, thinking that we'd keep a couple of models alive, but it's looking now like they could all be brought down. Alex has played, a couple of smites have come through, took one of the Praetorians down and caused a wound on another. Fists of Gork has been played and Warpaths, a total of plus 3 attacks on this Warboss here. We tried to deny one of the smites that came through at the end, didn't block that. So it's been a successful Psychic Phase. That is one souped up Warboss there, and there's every chance he could actually wipe out the Praetorians, and that'll be a deadly blow for the Necrons. So the Orks enjoying being closer to the Necron force. They're more deadly when they get close. Necrons perhaps have taken a risk here of trying to delete this line. They've failed, and now the Orks are starting to capitalise perhaps on this mistake. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks on turn 2. Okay, Boom Chucker's going to fire. He's hidden away, but he can still see the destroyers. Nope. And he misses. Okay. That's him done. That's that flank complete. We're back over to this side now. Alright, so it's 3 big shooters from this squad here. They can see around the corner up against the Immortals. So Alex is going to fire at them. That's the way to fire. Look at that. That is incredible. 7 out of 9 hits. And it'll be 3s to wound here as well. Oh, and some bonus shots. Another hit comes through. 8 hits. So 3s to wound. Yeah, it is really good. 5 saves to make. 3+ though. It's not helped. It's a disastrous roll. I'm using James's Astra Militarum dice here, and they're not doing particularly well here. 3 Immortals brought down. Warboss against them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Necrons need to be careful here. Casualties starting to pile up. They're in danger of getting units deleted, and their armies suddenly starting to shrink quite dramatically. But shots coming in next from the Ork Warboss.
Custom shooter. 2 hits.
4s to wound.
No.
Okay. Alright, Morkanaut here. It could be the hero of the day here for the Orks. The belly gun here, the big shooters, the 2 rocket shots going to go into the Immortals. Chance of wiping them out. And the main gun, what's it called again?
Custom Mega Zapper.
Custom Mega Zapper is 1 inch in range of the destroyers. A chance for Alex to try and bring them down. Here, this will be trouble for the Necrons if your dice rolls are good enough. Let's see, this is the big shooters going into the Immortals here. Needing 5s and 6s. A couple of extra shots. Another hit. 5 hits, 3s to wound. You might bring a couple more down.
Just the 2.
Just the 2. Okay. 3 up saves. Try and stay alive here. Yeah, 4 and 5. They're okay. 2 rockets next. 2 hits. Unbelievable. And not 2 more hits. 4 6s. Dear mate. 2s to wound. Unbelievable. They've all wounded. Well done. And then 5 pluses to keep this squad alive. 555 in response. 1 more Immortal brought down. Crazy dice rolls going on here. We'll remove this one and mark that as 4 casualties here for those Immortals.
I guess just the custom Mega Blaster now at them.
Firing across, yeah. The last shot here against the Immortals. And okay, yes, overheating. Down to 15 here. Yeah, so down to 15. 3d3 shots here against the Necron Destroyers. Okay. 3 and 4, 7 shots here. A really good round. 2 and a bonus shot. Which misses. Oh, okay, right. That could have been a lot worse.
Strength of 9, so 3s.
3s to wound.
Oh,
just the one. AP minus of.
I believe it's 3.
Yeah, I'll roll a dice here, see if we get a 6. It's nowhere near, so let's all go through fine. One of them's already on a wound, so 2 wounds required to bring one of these down. It's a 6. What damage is it? D6? Yeah. Unbelievable. Brilliant shooting. Brilliant weapon. D6 damage. Okay, but another destroyer is gone. Okay, 4 destroyers left here. They've stayed out of range a lot of the Ork firepower. That's what's kept them alive. Okay, so pistols in close combat, yeah, often forgotten, but Alex has plenty of shots available here from these. We'll get that resolved next. Okay, yeah, last of the shooting resolved. 1 wound here, which we passed. No wounds come through against the toughness of those wraiths. You were firing at the lone wraith just on this side here. Okay. Shooting complete. Charges now, and some Overwatch available here for the Necrons. This is where the Necron force could be hurt here. It'd be interesting to see if the Triumph Praetorians can survive. Slight chance they can, but it's not looking good for them. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Right, charges taking place. In he goes, he's made it into contact. 1 wound did come through an Overwatch, 2 up save pass, no problem. You should wipe out these Triarch Praetorians here. It is 7 attacks, we reckon. 4 attacks base, +1 for Warpath, +2 for Fists of Gork. Fighting at strength 16 in total. It's +2 strength for that psychic power as well. So that's the start that you want, no misses at all. If he was Goths, he would have got an extra attack as well. With that 6, and then 2s. There's a 1. All we need to do is roll a 2+. Let's just roll a 1. Oh no! No, Triarch Praetorians. That is a reroll, isn't it? So it's stuck there at a 1. Oh, we have survived. I can't believe we've survived that. God, Triarch Praetorians, there's a chance to reanimate them on 4+ next turn, potentially here. Yeah, completely wrong here. We've both thought it was AP -4. It's 4 damage for the relic. So it's AP -3. I've got a chance here to try and block some of these on 6+. We do block 1 anyway. Okay, so 2 Triarch Praetorians will survive, and 5 of them hack down. Okay, so consolidation move. Remove casualties. Took off the front one that had the wound, and removed some others. Wanted to stay quite close. Still wanted to have the chance to fight with these 2. So Alex is pushed in. Combat's resolved there. Then we pick a unit to fight with. It's Alex's turn, so he picks this squad here to fight with. Okay, the bigger squad against the Wraiths. Again, a chance to bring perhaps a couple of those down. Okay, so pile-in move made, and Alex will make his attacks. He's declared what he's going to do here, so just going to roll up.
2 Orks on the Necron Warriors.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s now because of the...
Because of the banner, yeah. 2 wins. 4 ups for saves. If I have 1, we'll take, doesn't really matter, we'll take this one away that's here. Next is the...
This guy's going to try and hit this Wraith again.
Okay.
Nope.
Just the 1 hit.
Nope.
And no wound. Okay, and the remainder will go... Well, how are you going to split this, everything else into there? Okay. Okay, so we're looking for 2s for hits here. This is all of your attacks in one roll. Okay.
Apart from the knob.
Yep. That's one way to deal with Wraiths, is just to saturate them with wounds. This is exactly what Alex is doing. And 5s and 6s. We'll reduce the impact here, the toughness of the Wraiths, but still there's a load of saves to make. 7 saves. 3+. That's enough. The squad's still alive. We've lose this model just about. It's already on 1 wound, so that's gone. And now the knob to fight next.
3s now.
3s now, yeah, because of the bonus from the banner. We've all hit. Trouble now.
2s.
2s to wound. They've all wounded. Okay, I'll roll these all at the same time here. Oh, we hold the Wraiths, notoriously hard to bring down. Still surviving here. 1 left from each squad. Okay, so next, Necron's turn. We're going to go to the Necron Warriors here. 9 attacks. They're all able to make their attacks into this boys' squad just here. So 2s to hit, because the ability from Wave of Command continues on. 4s to get wounds. And 4 saves required here of 6+, just to reduce that squad down. Okay, 4 boys brought down. That'll help this Necron Warrior squad stay alive. Okay, just the 2 left. Okay, and then Alex will attack back with the knob and 1 boy that remains.
Regular boy.
3s to hit this time.
Yeah.
2 wounds come through. Saves a 4+. Nope, the Necron Warrior brought down.
Nope.
I'll take that one away. Increase that to a 2.
2 hits and 2s. Yeah. 2 more dead, -3.
2 dead, yes, straight away. Nothing we can do about that. We'll deduct these 2. We'll take them away. I'm trying to get away from the Orks as they move in. And then we'll push this up to a 4. So we'll attack now with these Wraiths. We'll see what we can do. 3 attacks with this one here. That's all your units.
Yeah, you might as well.
So you might as well do all of ours. Okay, so Wraiths, yep. And 2, -2, it's 2 boys slain. And the other one, 1 hit, and another boy slain. Okay, so 3 casualties. And we'll mark them up with a 3. It's certainly been a vicious fight this game. Triarch Praetorians, 6 attacks from them. See if we can chip off some wounds from the war boss. 3s for hits. Strength 5, toughness 5. 4s for wounds. There's one. It's AP -3, 5 up save to block this one, which does Defiance here. The Mega Armor holds. And I think that's it. Okay, turn finished. Bit of morale to resolve. See if some cards can be traded in here. Alex doesn't have any more command points for any Orc shenanigans. For what's the ones they can use? Get stuck in, lads. Yeah. Orcs is never beaten those cards. Great cards that they are, but both of us have burnt through our command points. Alex just has one left in play. But we'll get morale resolved here and see if any cards have been accomplished. Okay, morale. Everyone's passed. Both sides determined to remain fighting here. No models fleeing from the battlefield. And no cards. Are you going to dump a card then?
Give me a minute.
That's right. I'll let Alex think what he wants to do here. Might drop one of his cards. He's going to drop it. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Big Game Hunter. The only thing is the command barge, but it's low priority here as far as targets are concerned. So he's going to drop that card and hope for a better one next turn. Go on to the middle stage of the game now. Turn 3 for the Necrons. They need to recover again and do something about this war boss. I think is a priority. See what cards we can generate. We've got another 2 cards to draw this turn. See if it can change the shape of the game. Turn 3 now for the Necrons as this swirling melee and fight in the centre of the table continues. So cards then. Behind enemy lines, Blood and Guts. So that's close combat. And then defend objective number 5, which is this objective here. It's a good turn up here for the Necrons. So they get 2 points if we hold that at the end of Alex's turn 3. So reacting to the Orks here, we're going to go for close combat here against the war boss. Reanimation protocol rolls were good. We restored all of the destroyers back. So deployed 2 of them down there, and then as they have moved out 10 inches. Only 2 of them are going to be able to reach the Gorkanaut with their firepower. The rest are going to have to shoot at something else. Just range 24. Not the best of ranges here for heavy weapons. Tomb Blades have repositioned themselves, ready to lend some fire support also. Recovered a few of the Immortals. Cryptek went for behind enemy lines, didn't roll high enough on an advance, so he's tucked back an inch in this direction just to shoot at the Weird Boy. Triarch Praetorians just out of range to gain 4+ reanimation protocols, but rolled a heap of 5s and 6s and have restored 5 of them back to play, so they'll be able to consolidate or pile in and fight against the war boss. 2 Wraiths have disengaged. They can fall back and charge on the same turn. 10 Mirage swung around as well. We're going to pile up here against the war boss and try and bring him down. Necron Warriors, some of those restored. So just those now all fighting against the boys here in close combat. These now unengaged and available to be shot at here by Necron forces. And then to hold on to the objective, we pull back with the Ghost Ark onto objective number 5. It's looking healthy enough here for the Necrons. I think the game has officially switched over to a hammer and anvil style battle. I think that's what happened in our previous game as well. So we just seem to be 2 players that like to swing around on one flank, and we've sort of cancelled each other out here and swung the game to a lengthways battle. Necrons have that habit of recovery in games, tough and resilient. That's what's happening here. They're reassembling themselves and continuing to fight on. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Alright, so we'll start with Tamara. He's gearing up for close combat, but he's going to fire his Gauze cannon into the Morkanaut here in 3s. Gets 2 hits. He's blessed this squad, by the way, again with Wave of Command. 5s for wounds, yes. AP -3 here. Custom Force holds on a 5. Well done. Okay, so no damage coming through from that. Pistols then from the Triarch Praetorians. Currently locked in close combat. There's 7 of them. 3s. I doubt they're going to do any damage here. They don't get the Mephrit Dynasty bonus either. 3s to wound, no strength 6, toughness 5. 2 wounds come through. Saves of 2+. There's a 1. Okay, 1's made it through. So wound taken on the war boss. He has been named. He does have a name, doesn't he?
Yeah, Kruk Head Crusher.
Kruk Head Crusher. Okay. Go for destroyers next. The way the range works out here, characters can't block characters. So I'm going to put 2 of them into the Weird Boy here, 2 of them into the Boy Squad over here, and then 2 of them into the Gorkanaut just about in range. So into the boys first of all. 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s for hardwired hatred, and 3s to wound. Just the 1. Shocking dice rolls here. 1 Orc Boy slain. Into the Morkanaut next. Hardwired hatred. Yeah, a chance here. 5s and 6s for wounds. We do get 2. Interesting. 5 pluses to block. No. All of a sudden, 2d3 damage. It's a total of 3 wounds caused, down to 12 here on the Morkanaut. Not too bad there from the destroyers. And then we'll try and take out this weird boy here if we can. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. Just the 2. It goes straight through the arm. There's nothing that can block it, so it's 2d3 damage. It is 5 wounds. Weird boy gone. Tomb Blades next. Into this boy's squad just here. So 3s for hits. Then it'll be 3s for wounds. Alex will get saves here. Yeah, 10 saves here of 6+. Not quite in range to be granted the benefit here of the Morkanaut's custom force field. So
That's pretty good. Can't win his out.
he won. 9 casualties here. Tomb Blade supporting firepower has been useful throughout the game. They just brought down another 9 Orc boys here. Yeah, the 9 inches just stops here and it prevents the 5+ save. I had the whip. Oh, it's Ware Banner. Sorry, we're looking for Pain Boy. Where is he's tucked away? He's miles away. Right. Okay. Yes, those 9 casualties can be removed. We'll go with the Ghost Ark next. 10 shots, not in rapid fire range, needing 3s, and then needing 4s for wounds here. 2 wounds, AP -1s, 2 more Orc boys, and no, maybe you'll get 5+ now that you've removed those models from play. So 2 rolls of 5+ for your custom force field. No, 2 boys slain. Next, Immortals haven't fired yet. 2 of them in range of this squad, and the rest is going to go into the Morkanaut here. So 1 hit comes through. 3s for a wound. Yeah, it's AP -2. So it'll be a 5 up in 1 save. Passed, custom force field holds. And then we'll try and put a wound on the Morkanaut here. It's good gunnery. 5s for wounds. No wounds come through. The toughness of the Morkanaut holds. And that is all of our shooting here. But Necron's looking quite solid around here. They're eliminating Orc units. We'll go on to charges and there'll be no Overwatch here. Just piling into ongoing melees. Right, so just talking about the way the war boss is going to die here, potentially. Rafe's piling in, going to grab hold of his arms. Then the Praetorians slicing here with their void blades. And you can imagine Temrar slowly closing in, then delivers the final thrust through the great war boss's chest. That's the vision that we're having here. We'll see if this happens. So Triumph Praetorians have already piled them in. They'll weaken the war boss first of all. So the Rafe's pinning him down. We'll try and weaken but not kill. That's the idea with these. So how many attacks we're on? 7? 8? So it's going to be 24 attacks with these.
And they're fun to play as well. It's really fun when you get all this.
We're talking about Necrons here. They are fun to use and to play. A lot of people write them off, but they seem to be doing okay in this fight here. So we're looking for 3s. Some misses. A fair few actually. And then your toughness is 5. So it's 4s for wounds. They've done too many here. they might bring the war boss down. 10 saves. I mean, you will get 5+ here because it's mega armor being used here. But you're going to need a pretty good roll. No, he's been brought down. Yeah. So the war boss slumps to the ground here. The chariot runners have brought him down. Temrar will stab him anyway just to make sure he's dead. But the war boss has been brought down here by the Triarch Praetorians. And they should be dead. They've reanimated all those models and they've now piled in and brought the war boss down. Lightning field, by the way, 4+ mortal wound, just to see if... No, that's from... I always forget that roll, but I just remembered it, so I thought I'd roll the dice quickly. Each unit within an inch, 4+ from mortal wound. But Alex will remove the war boss from play, and will not move at all with the Triarch Praetorians. They'll hold position exactly where they are. God, murder here in the centre of the table. Necron Warriors, these have been blessed. We'll pile them in, and try and remove this Orc boy squad from play. 10 attacks, there's 11 there, but I'm holding one back to stay in range of the Cryptek for the Chronometron. 2s for hits and 4s for wounds. Yeah, 4 saves here of 6+. Okay, got them. Okay, so that squad wiped out. And Necrons have cleared this area at least of Orks. And that'll mark the end of the turn. But not too bad here. Necrons have recovered well. Okay, Alex just resolving morale. I'm going to trade that in. We needed 3 units destroyed in the fight phase. We just destroyed 2. So 1 point for that. And then defend objective number 5, which we will just place there. We should be able to hold that through to the end of Alex's next turn. And then we'll keep behind enemy lines. We've almost accomplished it, so we should be able to pick it up next turn. Turn finished. On to turn 3 now for the Orks. Okay, so we're on the 3rd turn here for the Orks. Cards drawn then. What have we got here? Defend 6, which is the objective that's just tucked in there. That's going to be an awkward one. Area denial, but the Necrons seem to be controlling the centre of the table at the moment. And then overwhelming firepower, destroy something in the shooting phase. That's still possible here for the Orks. The problem is they've been a bit hamstrung here. The weird boy that was slain was the one with the jump. With the war boss gone as well, there's no advance and charges can take place. So the Ork boys slowed down significantly, and that's going to affect the speed that the Orks can close the range against this Necron force. Okay, so movement's complete. Morkanauts move through 8-inch usually, 9-inch with Evil Suns. The boys here pass morale because of the other boys squad nearby, so they're just there. The other boys squad moving along, they haven't advanced. A potential charge available from them. Just point out ones that have advances for your characters.
Pain Boy, Warbanner, and Weird Boy, they've all advanced, so they can't charge.
Okay, that's it. And then, yes, a sneaky move here. On the move here with Boomchucker is heading off in this direction. I think he's going to go for Line Breaker, hoping that the Necrons don't notice. Okay, so we'll go on to Psychic Phase. Still one weird boy left. Okay, Psychic Phase is complete. Warpath did go off. It's been cast onto the Morkanaut here. Then Smite as well has gone off. Perilled on a double 6. Took 2 mortal wounds on the weird boy. But all 3 wounds on one of the Wraiths, and it's gone. It's just one lone Wraith left. Yeah, Alex just rolled a 6 here. That's the Pain Boy kicking in, so just 1 wound taken on the Weird Boy. So Pain Boy, Weird Boy, all working together. Okay, so shooting phase now for the Orks. I think this is the last push here. I think from them they've amassed the rest of their force heading off in this direction. Okay, it's Morkanaut. It's going to offload everything it has into the destroyers here to cause as much damage as possible. You never know, possibly a wipeout if you roll well enough here. So
Custom Mega Zapper.
Yes.
3.
It's a good start here. 7 shots. If you got 7 hits, all of a sudden there would be trouble. It's 2. There's an extra shot. If I hit, no. So 1 mortal wound taken. I'll roll this one down to a 1. So 11 wounds left. 2 wounds do come through. AP minus 3.
It's 3 or 4.
Minus 3. Yeah, mate, saves a 6 plus here. That's almost a 6. It rolled back onto a 4. So 2 get through. It's 3 wounds to try and get through though. D6 on the first one. 1 and then 6 on the other. So whole model gone. 5 left. Custom Mega Blaster. I was going to say a 6 would be useful. That's what he's got. That generates another hit all of a sudden. There are 2 wounds come through. 6 is to block. No. D6. Got him. D6. Got him as well. 2 more casualties. Good recovery here. That's the squad halved in strength. The potential for the wipeout is still there. It's still a possibility with these rockets here. The damage 3. H6 and 5. So you're in dreamland here. It's another hit as well. 3's to wound. 2 make it through.
Get a command point.
Last command point. It's really going for it here. No, okay, and then saves here of 5 plus. We do not. 3 damage at a time, Alex. Unbelievable. 2 more of the destroyers gone. What a twist here in this game. All right, so big shooters. Is this all your fire? This is the
last shot.
This is the last of the firepower here. See if you can Dakar down the last of these destroyers. It's a tough one, but 2. Oh no, you need a hit here to keep the stream alive. No. Strength 5, toughness 5, 4's for wounds. 1 wound comes through. 3 up save. Passed. 1 destroy gun. There is a possibility we could bust morale, but it may well hold here for this destroyer. Just checking.
He can do 4 shots. So it's custom shooter.
Custom shooter shots coming through. 5s or 6s.
Nah.
2 hits. 1 wound comes through. 3 up. Oh, a wound taken. Yeah, that marks the end of the shooting phase. A noble effort here, and 5 of the destroyers brought down. Charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so charges are taking place. What a showdown here in the centre of the table. Boys slamming in. This smaller squad, these 2 left with Chomp swinging round. They've made it into contact as well. Necron Warriors, Overwatch from these brought down 3 of the boys as they went in. Morkanaut has swung around, made contact with the Wraith and the Triarch Praetorians. Also, that is charges complete. We're going to combat resolution here next. Okay. So, Morkanaut first. All of its attacks are going into the Triarch Praetorians. You're going to try and get your final revenge here against these.
So hit on 2s because of the banner, because it affects Ork
units. Yes, okay. Again, you must have a great chance of bringing these things down. Strength 8. Toughness is 5 though, so 3s for wounds. A few have not made it through, but generally a lot have. And
like 10?
10 again, okay. 2 damage. There's trouble here. I need to roll a lot of 5s and 6s. I have rolled a good few. 4 of them brought down. 2 of them. 3 of them will survive here. That's 6 5+ saves passed. Okay, so Alex is going to attack here with this squad here, first of all. So, boys, 4 attacks.
So the regular boy? 3 attacks, sorry.
Yeah, 3 attacks, sorry, yes, right, yeah.
2 hits.
No, okay, and then the boss, the knob. 2's for a wound, yeah, wound comes through.
That's -3.
Sabres, okay, yeah, maybe -3, so I'll take that one away, and then Alex will go on to the big boy squad. It's a large squad here, potentially enough to wipe these Necron Warriors out. Okay, she is going to split here. 3 boys of the knob onto the Wraith, and then all the other boys against the Warriors. Okay, pilot move made just to max out as many models as possible, and all of them can make it into fight here. 3 boys into the Wraith, first of all. Then 2s, isn't it? The banner is nearby.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
5 to wounds.
It's really good. Yeah, 5 made it through. It could be enough to bring this Wraith down. It is. The Wraith's gone.
Oh, wow.
Boys have brought him down. So Nob had allocated into the Wraith, so we reckon his attacks are used up on that. So it's going to be the rest of the boys now fighting against the Necron Warriors. So here come the attacks. I think it's about 56 attacks here in total. God, if that was Goffs, you would have got a ton of hits. Fantastic dice roll. These Necron Warriors are long gone. They are not going to survive this here. 4s for wounds. And you're doing this 4 times over?
Twice.
Twice over, okay, right. There's some chance we could survive. 4 up save to help us. 10. Okay, the number comes up again this game. 10 saves to make. At that rate, you'll just about wipe us out. See what kind of result you get this time around. In fact, I'll roll my saves now, and then we'll know what kind of total you're aiming for. 4 pluses. It's bang on average. So 5 Necron Warriors slain, 5 remain. 2s for hits. I'm going to remove these 5. Yeah, just remove those from play. So Alex rolling up his wounds now. 4 pluses. Still a chance to wipe out for sure, but it's 7, 8. 8.
Yeah,
8 saves a 4+. Trying to keep 5 Necron Warriors alive. 2 more dead. No, we've got 3 more dead. Okay, so we've held here. 2 left. Morale won't be an issue because the Cryptek's nearby. Okay, so that's the situation. Ork boys continuing to push through with a consolidation move. And now we'll fight back here what's left of these Necron units. 9 attacks of the Praetorians against the Gorkanaut we're going to go for here. Not very good. 5s to win though, strength 5. 2 make it through, AP -3.
6 up.
6 ups.
Make 1.
Makes 1. Alright, 1 damage. Down to 9 wounds here on the Morkanaut.
Down a bracket as well.
Then Orks left, 2 Necron Warriors. Both hit against the Ork boys. And 1 wound cause, 6 up save. 1 more.
Pain boy.
And that's it. Combat's finished. We'll resolve morale next. Okay, so end of turn. Morale's held for everybody. Precarious roll here, but it landed on a decent result. So the last destroyer is still alive and a chance to reanimate next turn. A good result here in melee, though, from the Orks. They've decimated the Necron lines, but crucially, 2 Necron warriors survive auto-pass morale because of the Cryptek Warlord, and auto-pass morale as well for the Triarch Praetorians, and they can try and reanimate as well next turn. So you've killed a lot of Necrons this game, Alex, but the blasted Necrons can reassemble themselves here. That is the advantage of the machine over the flesh. Handed in defend objective number 5 for the Orks, 2 points picked up. It's Eredinal controlling the centre of the table, but not enough to push the Orks over 6 inches away from the centre, and then overwhelming firepower almost worked here against the destroyers, but infuriatingly the last one survived and denied that point as well. Any trade-ins or not trade-ins, sorry, dumping cards? Any?
Yeah, got rid of defend 6.
Defend 6 is gone. Okay, so Alex will be able to draw a fresh card next turn. That's it. We'll go on to turn 4 now for the Necrons. A chance then to reanimate once more and try and deal with this final Ork assault. Okay, so movement complete with the Necrons, just to cover the cards. Behind enemy lines, and then defend 4 and secure 3. So, objective number 3 is just there, easily picked up. And then objective number 4 is all the way over here, so it takes some time to get to it. You can see the Cryptek's made a move. So he'll secure behind enemy lines, and then he's also at the same time making his move towards that objective. Reanimated 2 of the Necron destroyers, and they've jumped back in this direction. Reanimated, I think it was 2 of the Necron Immortals have come back again. Back up to unit of 4 now with the Triarch Praetorians. Necron Warriors was restricted as to how many of those I could bring back. So you have to deploy over an inch away from enemy models. So back up to unit of 5. The Bikers have jumped on top here, so too has the Ghost Sark, just to deliver hopefully a volley that's going to reduce these Orks down. Temrar hasn't moved here, preparing to shoot his best ballistic skill, then potentially charge. Probably the Morkanaut here, quite bold from him, but he senses the opportunity here just to drive the Orks away from the centre of the table, and that is movement complete. Cryptek's fallen back as well. He's just there in front of the Triarch Praetorians. Okay, so movement done. Shooting phase now for the Necrons here on turn 4. We'll go for the destroyers into the Morkanaut here. 9 shots. Rerolling ones. Okay. Wave of command's been granted to the Immortals, by the way, this turn. 5 for wounds. That is a good result. AP minus 3.
Yeah.
So 5 plus in one save. Plus 1. 3d3 damage here. It is heavy damage here. 6 wounds taken on the Morkanaut, 3 remain. Yeah, Teeters here has been blasted to pieces this game. And we'll go for Tem and Ra now, fire into the same target. He's missed with those 2. Because we haven't moved, it's a 2 for a hit. 5's for a wound. No, it hasn't covered. We're hoping we get a wound there, but we haven't. 3 wounds remain. So I think now we're going to have to fire the Immortals. They're going to offload their firepower. They're in range. It's going to be AP minus 3 here. But that's not even going to make any difference because you're 5 plus save anyway with the custom force. But we'll offload now. Chance to wound with these. They're strength 5, so it'll be 5s for wounds. Alex reckons we could do it here. 2s to hit because of wave of command. 5s for wounds. Yeah, there it is potentially. 6 wounds have come through. 5 pluses to block. I can sense this might be enough. Yeah. It is. 4 wounds taken, 3 remain. Morkanaut destroyed. No command points left. Be careful. No, it's okay. So 2 hasn't detonated, but Morkanaut destroyed. Okay, so we'll push on here. We'll resolve the rest of this Necron firepower. Okay, to resolve the rest of the firepower here, Tomb Blades firing through a volley from this as well. Quite devastating. 12 casualties in total here. No protection from the Gorkanauts custom force field, but the Pain Boy near this squad, it snakes along there, so granting 6s, blocked a couple from coming through. Cryptek firing through the Staff of Light. Pistol fire as well from the Triarch Praetorians. They can fly, so they're able to shoot their pistols. So all of that firepower complete. And that's the damage just there. Not much left of the Orks, but a lot of characters left here. They're not quite out of the fight yet. The options now, decisions to make about charges. How stuck in we get here with the Necrons. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so charges have taken place. Just trying to disrupt the Orc boys, targeting them just to stop them from charging out against the Necron squads on the next turn. Temrar swung around just against this smaller squad here, Chop's squad. He was hit and wounded by a tank buster bomb, but passed an invuln save with his lightning field relic. And then here we swung the Catacomb command barge, or the Ghost Ark around here, made it into close combat, took a wound again from a tank buster bomb. There was 5 damage came through, quantum shielding, we rolled a 3 and ignored that damage coming through. It's just to pin down these Orc boys squads, just to cut down the options for them. Resolve here these combats next. Okay, so Temrar, 2s to hit. They've all hit. 3s to wound. It's AP -4 and it's 2 damage a time. So he's picked that squad off and wiped them out. Okay, then this is attacked. Actually got 2 hits, 2 wounds, and brought down 2 of the boys. So 14 casualties in total on them. We'll let Alex fight back now with his boys squad here against this. May well be able to cause a fair few wounds here. There is the knob there with the big... No, it's not a big chopper, it's a power claw. Yeah. Okay, just off camera there, Alex has resolved his attacks. A pretty good hit, down to 5 wounds left. It was 2 wounds coming through from the power claw, and then 6 wounds coming through. Fouled a load of 4+ saves, loads of wounds coming in against this. It's 5s to win, it's strength 4, toughness 6 on this thing. So yeah, a load of wounds came through and fouled out 4+ saves. So they had 5 wounds left here on the Ghost Ark. So turn finished. We'll resolve morale and see if there's any cards for the Necrons to hand in. Okay, so morale test taken here. Rolled a 6, so 6 of these, after calculating this here, 6 of these boys gone. So there's about 6 of them left. Cards being traded in behind enemy lines was achieved, so a point being picked up for that. And then Secure 3 was picked up as well for a point, and then we'll keep defend objective number 4. We should be able to close the range on that next turn or the turn after. But looking healthier here for the Necrons for sure. Some Orc resistance left. We'll go on to their turn 4 next. Alright, so turn 4 here for the Orcs. Moving these characters in, Pain Boy and the Wild Banner. Weird Boy as well closing in. Smite maybe to help bring this down. Last turn, by the way, Orc Boys tapped into Temrar here, so that means he's available to attack here this turn. Then as the lone tank buster around here rolled an advance move of 5 + 1 to advance, 5 + 1 for moves to 12 inches in total, has put him now in range for line breaker. And the card was advanced, so move all units outside your deployment zone. That's been completed here this turn, so a point will come in for the Orcs here on turn 4. We'll go on to shooting phase for them. No, psychic phase next. Okay, psychic phase complete. Smite went off. We blocked it with the Cryptek, just with his Warlord ability. And then Warpath has gone off onto the Orc boys just here. Shooting phase next. Okay, shooting finished. Some pistols into the Ghost Ark. The big shooter going into the... it's not a big shooter, it's a custom shooter. That's coming from here, going into the Necron Warriors, no damage. So that's shooting done. Some charges, I think, and then continuing melees as well. Right, charges from the Orcs. They're all in combat now, fighting away. So Pain Boy, the Wild Banner as well, into Temrar. And then the Weird Boys charged around here into the side of the Ghost Ark. Okay, so combat resolution here, going on to this now. I've remembered the lightning field, put a mortal wound onto the banner, and remove one of the boys from play as well. 4+ to cause a mortal wound. So that's that resolved. Now Alex can fight with his charging units here. So...
Start with the Weird Boy.
The Weird Boy, the staff. It's D3 damage, isn't it? So it might cause some trouble.
So hit on 3s, I'm out of range of the War Banner.
All good. We'll check the strength. Yeah, it could be strength 6. Alright, so it's even better. Strength 7 is strength 5 + 2 for the staff. And they've all wounded. He may well be able to bring this Ghost Ark down.
-1.
-1. So 5s to block. We need to pass. We passed 2. Just as we needed it. D3 damage. And then on a 1 we'll block that with quantum shielding. No, alright, so 2 damage taken down to 3 here on the Ghost Ark. Pain Boy next into Temrar. He's on 2s for hits. He's got power claw, yeah. He's got power claws for 3s. But they've all hit here. There could be trouble for Temrar. 3s to wound. 2 wounds to come through. We'll take the lightning field 4 up in invuln save. Should pass 1. D3 damage, just the one, can't block that with the quantum shielding, so 1 wound to put on Tamra. Okay, the Warg banner next.
So hitting on 2s. And 3s to wound, strength 7.
2 wounds and 2 6s.
No minus.
So we'll take a 3-up save. Failed 1.
It's 2 damage.
It is 2 damage, and a 1 will... No, okay, it does go through, so down to 5 wounds now on Tamra. So, boy squad here, a chance to bring either of these two down. The Power Claw is going to go into Tamra, a chance to bring that character down here. So,
Power Claw first.
and
4 attacks.
Alex does have Warpath here for extra attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
This is the Power Claw. Ah, no, I need 3s for hits because of +1 to hit rolls with the banner. Wound does come through. 4+ in Von save. No, D3 damage. 3, 1 or 2 to block with quantum shielding. Yes, that is blocked. Quantum shielding holds. That would have knocked him down to 2 wounds left. On boy now going into him. 3s or 2s. 5s to wound. 2 wounds come through. 3-up save. Failed 1. It's down to 4. Okay, so boys now into the 3 wounds remaining here on this Ghost Arc. 2s for hits. There's a chance you could bring it down here. 3 wounds required. 5s to wound, just the one. There's a cock dice just there. I'll roll this one. That's passed. And that's it. Okay, so combat's resolved for the Orks. Will fight back now with these two. So Tamra will fight against the banner. 2s for hits. 3s for wounds. 2 wounds come through. It's AP -4. And a total of 4 damage on that. There's 2 damage a time.
Pain Boy.
6s with a Pain Boy. 666. Determined not to die. This banner stays alive thanks to the work of the Doctor here. So just 1 wound taken on the Wild banner. And that's it. I've rolled here, missed with the Ghost Arc. So combat's finished. Turn finished. Morale should be fine for the Orks. And so we'll let Alex turn in any cards that have been completed. Yeah, area denial and advance. So 2 points picked up just there. That keeps him in the game, but I think the Orks of the actual army itself's run out of steam here. If the Necrons back out of combat with these and deliver one final volley, it should be enough to finish the Orks off. Alright, so the turn ends there. We're not going to go on to Necron turn 5. The Orks have run out of steam here. I'd probably pull out with these and then just let off a final volley to finish those Orks off. So turn finished with and game finished here. Looking at objectives here completed. We've completed 6. Alex has got 4, so still a noble score for the Orks. Linebreaker as well would have been picked up. Necron's Linebreaker also. Necron's also picked up Slay the Warlord. First Blood was...
Yeah, you got it. You got first blood.
We got it as well. Okay, yeah, the Necrons have raced away with points. We just draw the new cards. Defend, for which we were moving on to the Cryptek. Mission critical objective, that's objective number 2, which is this objective here, so definitely one that we could pick up. And then Supremacy, control 3 objectives. We're going to move on to that one, hold that one, can move on to that one. So, yeah, the Necrons have secured victory here. So these two sides have collided. It was impressive to see the Orks smashing their way across the table. The Necron line held along here, casualties heavy on both sides, but it was Necron reanimation protocols in the end, units that should have long since been destroyed, reanimating and keeping themselves alive and continuing to contribute here in this fight. The Orks couldn't replace their numbers, and that's what helped to end the game in the Necrons' favour. But a great game. It was a good smash up here. It was good to see these two sides. It was evens for the early stages of the game and moving into the middle stage, and then the breaking point. Just the Ork attack running out of steam, and the Necrons getting stronger as the turns went on. Thanks to Alex Cottis for taking part. Good to see him on the channel again. Fantastic Ork army. Great theme running. Loads of conversion work being done. And so thanks to him for taking part in the game today. But it is the Necrons that have emerged victorious in this Orks versus Necrons clash. Great game. Thanks for watching. Check out both channels for more battle reports and tune in next time. Okay. Units of the game for both sides. For the Orks, going to give it to the Ork boy squads. It's big in size, took a lot of effort to destroy them, deadly in close combat, loads of attacks from them, and then with those enhancements and the Wild Banner, the weird help from Weird Boys as well, Pain Boys, 5+ invuln saves and so on. They are difficult to deal with and can deliver a deadly blow for sure. Necrons, honourable mention to the Triarch Praetorians who wouldn't die and continue to help in the game, providing a bit of vital close combat support for the Necrons. I'm going to give it to the Tomb Blades though, zipping around the board, letting off consistent volleys every turn, causing a lot of casualties against the Orks. That's units of the game for both sides.